you might be taking the right vitamins and still be depleted. Because if vitamin D and B12 aren't in your regular conversation with your doctor, there's a very good chance your levels are low enough to be draining you, and neither of you knows it yet. I'm talking about the two most underestimated, under-tested nutrients I see in exhausted women's labs. Not because they're rare or exotic, but because they're overlooked, and their impact on your hormones, your nervous system, your mood, and your raw physical energy, it's nothing short of profound. I'm Lynn, your holistic health practitioner, and I want to welcome you to week 10 of the Reclaim Your Life Force video series. Today, we are going deep on the energy vitamins nobody talks about, or almost nobody. And I'm giving you my exact morning protocol to start shifting things right away. Let's start with vitamin D. Research estimates that somewhere between 40 and 80% of women in the perimenopausal and menopausal years are either deficient or insufficient. That's not a fringe statistic. That's most of us. And B12, despite how long it's been in our awareness, functional deficiency, meaning levels low enough to cause symptoms, even if technically in range, is extraordinarily common, especially in women over 40, women who have taken proton pump inhibitors or metformin, and anyone who's been under sustained chronic stress. So why women specifically? Several reasons conspire against us here. First, we spend less time outdoors with skin exposed than any previous generation. Second, our digestive capacity naturally shifts as we age. We produce less stomach acid, which is essential for B12 absorption. Third, and this one is crucial, chronic stress depletes both nutrients at an accelerated rate. Think about your adrenal glands sitting right on top of your kidneys. They are consuming enormous quantities of nutrients when you're running on cortisol day after day. Vitamin D is used in the production of every steroid hormone your body makes. That includes cortisol, estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. When you're chronically stressed, you're burning through your D reserves like a wildfire. Here's something I find deeply meaningful to reflect on. Our ancestors worked outdoors. They ate organ meats rich in B12. They lived in rhythm with light and dark. Their bodies were designed for a level of solar and nutritional exposure we simply don't have anymore. In traditional Chinese medicine, vitamin D deficiency maps beautifully onto a pattern of kidney yang deficiency. The kidneys are the root of all vitality. They hold what the classics called Jing, your foundational life essence. When kidney yang is low, women feel cold, exhausted, unmotivated, and disconnected from themselves. Sound familiar? The warming, activating force that the sun and vitamin D represent in the body is literally this yang energy. And B12 maps onto a pattern of spleen qi and blood deficiency. The spleen in traditional Chinese medicine governs transformation and transportation, meaning how you extract nourishment from what you consume. A weakened spleen qi produces exactly what B12 deficiency produces: brain fog, fatigue that isn't relieved by sleep, weak limbs, and a kind of hollow exhaustion. From an Ayurvedic lens, vitamin D deficiency is an ojas crisis. Ojas is the refined essence of all 7 dhatus, your tissues, and it's the substance that governs immunity, radiance, and resilience. Low ojas looks like what many of us know intimately: getting sick easily, feeling unprotected, losing your glow. Both vata and pitta imbalances accelerate ojas depletion, and chronic stress is one of the fastest routes to ojas loss. B12 deficiency in Ayurveda shows up as depleted prana, your vital breath, and compromised Majjadhatu, which governs the nervous system and bone marrow. First, let's correct a foundational misconception. Vitamin D is actually a steroid prohormone. Your liver and kidneys convert it into its active form, calcitriol, which then acts throughout your body like a hormone, docking onto receptors in virtually every cell, including your ovaries, your thyroid, and your adrenal glands. What this means practically is that when your vitamin D is low, your hormone signaling machinery is compromised at its foundation. Your cells can't receive hormonal messages as efficiently. And here's where it gets really relevant. Vitamin D directly influences estrogen metabolism, helps modulate the production of FSH and LH, those key reproductive hormones, and then supports thyroid hormone conversion. If you've been struggling with hormone imbalance and your vitamin D has never been tested, you may be missing a foundational piece. B12 is essential for the methylation cycle, a biochemical process that happens a billion times a second in your body. Methylation regulates gene expression, detoxification, neurotransmitter synthesis, and critically, the processing of estrogen. When B12 is low, estrogen metabolism can stall, meaning your body can't clear used estrogen efficiently. This contributes to estrogen dominance patterns, which many of you in my community know all too well. B12 also directly supports myelin, the protective sheath around your nerves. Low B12 shows up as tingling sensations, brain fog, memory issues, and mood instability. Your nervous system literally cannot transmit signals properly, which affects everything from thyroid function to adrenal output to sleep quality. Here's what's particularly fascinating. Vitamin D and B12 work synergistically. Both are required for healthy immune function, both support bone density, and both are deeply involved in serotonin synthesis, which is why deficiency in either one can contribute to depression, anxiety, and emotional regulation. When both are low simultaneously, which is extremely common, the combined effect on your energy and hormonal stability is greater than the sum of its parts. In medical astrology, vitamin D is ruled by the sun, and it's almost too perfect because vitamin D synthesis literally requires solar energy on skin. The sun governs vitality, the heart, the spine, and cellular life force. A challenged sun in a natal chart, particularly a sun square or opposition Neptune, Saturn, or Chiron, can correlate with compromised patterns. B12 falls under Mercury, which rules the nervous system, the hands, the lungs, and communication pathways in the body. A challenged Mercury or a strong Neptune influence, which dissolves and confuses boundaries, including intestinal permeability, often appears in the charts of people with absorption and methylation difficulties. Neptune rules Pisces and the 12th house, both associated with dissolution, the unconscious, and the thin membranes through which things pass into the body. Leaky gut, impaired absorption, SIBO, and low stomach acid all have Neptune signatures. Let's talk about testing, because there's an important distinction your conventional doctor may not mention. For vitamin D, you want a 25-hydroxy vitamin D test. This is the storage form and the best measure of your true status. The conventional normal range starts at 20 nanograms per milliliter, but most functional medicine practitioners, including myself, consider 50 to 80 nanograms per milliliter to be optimal for hormonal health, immune function, and mood stability. Anything under 30 is deficient by functional standards. For B12, request a serum B12, but also consider asking for methylmalonic acid and homocysteine if your B12 is in the lower range of normal. These are metabolic markers that reveal whether B12 is actually working at the cellular level. Someone can have a normal serum B12 and still be functionally deficient. I want to be clear that individual needs vary considerably, and I always recommend working with a knowledgeable practitioner for your specific numbers. That said, here are general orientations. For vitamin D3, most women who are deficient do well with 3,000 to 5,000 IUs daily, always taken with fat and always paired with vitamin K2. There's more on that in the protocol. Never supplement with vitamin D without K2. They work as a team to direct calcium to the right places. For B12, if you're deficient or have any absorption concerns, methylcobalamin is the form I recommend. It's the active form your nervous system uses most directly. Sublingual absorption bypasses the gut entirely, which is a significant advantage for anyone with digestive compromise. Dosing ranges from 500 micrograms to 2,000 micrograms, depending on severity and individual need. Even the best supplements can underperform if your absorption is compromised. Key factors to support this are stomach acid production. This is essential for B12 absorption. Digestive bitters, apple cider vinegar before meals, and managing H. pylori if it's present all support this. Your gut integrity. Both nutrients require a healthy gut lining. Prioritize gut healing foods and reduce inflammatory triggers. Magnesium. This is required for vitamin D activation. Many people supplement D and wonder why they don't feel better. And low magnesium is often the missing piece. Healthy fats. Vitamin D is fat soluble. Always take it with a meal containing quality fat. And sunlight. Even 20 minutes of midday sun on arms and legs without sunscreen during that window provides meaningful synthesis depending on your latitude and skin tone. Okay, here's what you came for. My Morning D plus Cofactor Protocol. This is designed to be simple, sustainable, and systematically absorbed. Let me walk you through it. Step 1, morning light first. Before you touch your supplements, go out for 5 to 10 minutes in natural morning light. Face the sun if it's risen. This is not just about vitamin D synthesis. Morning light exposure sets your circadian rhythm, which regulates cortisol, melatonin, and your entire hormonal cascade for the day. Your body is a solar-powered system. Start by honoring that. Step 2, breakfast with healthy fat. Your vitamin D supplement must be taken with fat to absorb it properly. So build a breakfast that includes quality fat. Eggs, avocado, grass-fed butter, coconut oil, full-fat yogurt, or a handful of nuts. Step 3, the core supplement stack. Take these together with your fatty meal. Vitamin D3, your therapeutic or maintenance dose. Work with your practitioner on this. Vitamin K2 in the MK7 form, 100 to 200 micrograms. This is non-negotiable with D3. Magnesium glycinate or malate, 200 to 400 milligrams. Some prefer this at night for sleep support. Either magnesium glycinate or malate is fine. I often have clients purchase it in powder form and then mix it with hot or warm water to make a magnesium tea before they go to bed. And B12 methylcobalamin, sublingual preferred, dissolved under the tongue before or after food. Step 4, the intention anchor. This is the part your conventional doctor won't tell you about, but I believe deeply in it. As you take these nutrients, take 3 slow breaths and internally say something like, I am receiving nourishment. My cells are welcoming this light. My body knows how to heal. Regulation of the nervous system shifts how your body receives everything. Food, supplements, even rest. This is not woo, this is physiology. A body in fight or flight does not digest, absorb, or integrate as efficiently as a body in parasympathetic rest. So this step connects directly to the Ayurvedic concept of prajna aparada, crimes against wisdom, meaning the ways we consume nourishment while distracted, stressed, or unconscious. Ayurveda teaches that how you eat and receive is as important as what you eat. Creating a small ceremony around your morning protocol is not indulgent. It's intelligent medicine. Step 5, track your symptoms. For the next 30 days, note your energy, mood, sleep quality, and brain clarity each morning. These nutrients often work slowly and subtly, and having a record helps you and your practitioner see what's shifting. Here is what I want you to carry with you from today. Exhaustion is not a character flaw, and it is very often a nutrient story that simply hasn't been fully told yet. Vitamin D and B12 are foundational. They are the scaffolding your hormones, your nervous system, and your vitality are built upon. If you haven't had these tested recently, I want you to advocate for yourself at your next appointment. You deserve a practitioner who is curious about your levels, not just whether you're technically in range. Next week, we are going somewhere I think is genuinely one of the most surprising and underappreciated conversation in women's hormonal health, the gut hormone axis. You will learn what the estrobolome is, why your gut microbiomes are directly controlling your estrogen levels, and the simple daily protocol for healing your second brain. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss it. And if today's video sparked something for you, I'd love for you to take my free energy alchemy quiz at feedingyourhealth.com. It will help you identify your unique exhaustion pattern and the root cause factors most relevant to your body. The link is also below in the description box. And if today's protocol resonated with you and you want something you can actually print and maybe keep on your nightstand, I created a free PDF companion to this video called the Morning D Cofactor Protocol. It has all 5 steps, the supplement reference guide, the testing checklist, and a 30-day symptom tracker you can fill in by hand. The link to download it for free is also in the description box below. So until next week, keep reclaiming your life force. It is absolutely yours to have back.